When you can talk about your day, you are already using English in a practical way. Now, I want you to add your feelings into your routine. Think about how you feel during your day. You can say, I feel tired. I feel happy. I feel busy. Now you say your sentence. I feel and you're feeling. This adds emotion to your English. Now connect your action and your feeling. For example, I work and I feel busy. I relax and I feel happy. Now you try your version. Speak at least 2 sentences. This is how your English becomes more expressive. Let me ask you something important. Does this feel easier than learning long grammar rules? The answer is usually yes, because this method is natural. You are learning like a human, not like a machine. You are connecting language with your life, and that is why it works. Now I want you to do a small challenge. Speak about your day for a few seconds without stopping. Start from your morning and continue until your evening. Do not worry about perfection. Just keep speaking. This is your practice. This is your growth. Take a deep breath and begin. Speak slowly, but keep going. Let your ideas come one by one. This is how fluency starts, not with speed, but with continuous expression. As you finish, feel the difference. You are not the same person who started earlier. You are more active, more confident, and more connected with English. This is what happens when you practice in a real way. Before you move forward, say this sentence with belief. I can speak about my daily life in English. Now say it again, stronger. I can speak about my daily life in English. This is your new ability, and it will grow with every practice. Keep this habit with you. Speak about your day every day. Even if you are alone, speak. Even if your sentences are simple, speak. Because every time you speak, you are building your future step by step. Chapter 4. Ask simple questions. Start real communication. Real communication begins the moment you stop speaking only about yourself and start connecting with other people. This shift is powerful because language is not only for expression, it is also for interaction. When you can ask simple questions, you open doors to conversation, understanding, and confidence. You are no longer speaking alone. You are creating a connection. At this stage, your focus is not to ask perfect questions. Your focus is to ask clear and simple questions that help you communicate. Many learners hesitate here because they think questions are difficult. But the truth is very different. Simple questions are enough to start real conversations. And simple questions are what people use every day. Let us begin with a very basic and useful question. Say this clearly. What is this? Say it again slowly. What is this? Now imagine you are holding an object or looking at something near you. Ask the question again. What is this? This question is powerful because it helps you learn about the world around you. Now you will practice actively. Look around you and choose one object. Ask a question in your voice. What is this? Then answer it yourself. This is a phone or this is a book. Now you try. Ask and answer. Do not stay silent. This is how learning becomes real. Let us move to another important question. Where are you? Say it clearly. Where are you? Now answer it. I am at home. I am in my room. Now, you try both parts. Ask a question and answer it. This is how conversations begin, even if you are practicing alone. Now notice something important. When you ask a question and answer it, you are training both sides of communication. You are becoming both the speaker and the listener. This is a powerful method because it prepares you for real situations. Let us build more questions step by step. Say this question. What do you do? Say it again with clarity. What do you do? Now answer it in a simple way. I am a student. I work. I learn English. Now you try. Ask the question and answer it in your own way. This is how you talk about identity and activity. Now we will make your questions more natural. Combine two ideas. Ask a question and then ask another related question. For example, what do you do? Where do you work? Now you try something similar. Ask two questions, one after another. This helps you continue a conversation instead of stopping after one sentence. Let us practice a small conversation. You will ask and answer step by step. Say, what is your name? Then answer, my name is, and your name. Now continue. Where are you from? Answer, I am from your place. Now you try the full flow. Ask and answer both questions. Speak clearly and keep your voice steady. Pause for a moment and feel this experience. You are not just speaking sentences anymore. You are creating a conversation. Even if it is simple, it is real. This is how confidence grows, when you feel that you can interact. Now let us move to a slightly deeper level. Ask about preferences. Say this question. What do you like? Say it again. What do you like? Now answer it. I like music. I like tea. I like learning English. Now you try. Ask and answer. This question helps you connect with others on a personal level. Let us expand your thinking. Ask a question that needs a longer answer. Say, why do you learn English? Say it clearly. Why do you learn English? Now answer it in a simple way. I learn English because I want to speak. I learn English because I want a better future. Now you try your own answer. This is a more complex sentence because you are adding a reason, and this makes your English stronger. Now notice the difference. Simple sentences help you start. But when you add reasons, your communication becomes deeper. You are not just speaking, you are explaining. Let us build a stronger conversation. Ask and answer multiple questions in one flow. For example, what is your name? My name is Ali. Where are you from? I am from Manchester. What do you do? I am a student. What do you like? I like music. Now you try your version. Speak all parts without stopping. This is your personal conversation. Take a moment and think about your progress. You are now asking questions, answering them, and continuing the flow. This is real communication. This is what people do in everyday life. Now let us focus on listening and reacting. Imagine someone asks you a question. You need to understand it and respond. I will say a question, and you will answer it. What is your favorite food? Now answer, my favorite food is, and your choice. Speak it clearly. This is how you respond naturally. Let us try another one. Where do you go every day? Answer it. I go to, and your place. Now you try. This is how you talk about your routine in response to a question. Now we will combine questions and statements. Ask a question, then give extra information. For example, what do you do? I am a student and I study every day. Now you try. Ask and answer, then add one more detail. This makes your English more complete and natural. Let me ask you something important. Do you feel that asking questions is helping you think more in English? This is because questions force your brain to work actively. You are not just repeating sentences. You are creating them based on meaning. Now I want you to practice freely. Ask yourself 3 questions and answer them. Choose any questions you like. Speak them in your voice. Do not rush. Think, then speak. This is your moment to practice real communication. Take a deep breath and begin. Ask your first question, then answer it. Continue with the second and third. Keep your voice steady. This is how fluency begins, with practice that feels real. As you finish, notice how your confidence has changed. You are no longer limited to statements. You can ask, respond, and continue. This is a big step forward. Before you move on, say this sentence with confidence. I can ask and answer questions in English. Now say it again, stronger. I can ask and answer questions in English. This is your new ability, and it will grow every time you use it. Keep this habit with you. Ask questions in your daily life. Even if you are alone, ask and answer, because every question you ask brings you closer to real communication, and every answer you give makes your English stronger. Chapter 5. Answer like a seeker. Confidence in replies. There is a clear difference between someone who knows English and someone who can use English in real life. And that difference becomes visible when a question is asked. Many learners understand a question, yet they freeze when it is time to answer. The mind becomes slow, the voice becomes weak, and the answer becomes very short or disappears completely. This is not because you do not know English. This happens because you have not trained your answers in a natural and active way. What you are going to build now is the ability to respond clearly, smoothly, and with growing confidence. At this stage, your goal is simple but powerful. You will not just give short answers. You will learn how to extend your answers, how to add meaning, and how to keep your voice active. This is what real speakers do. They do not stop at one word. They continue, even if their sentences are simple. And this habit is what creates fluency over time. Let us begin with something very basic. I will ask you a simple question, and you will answer it in your own voice. What is your name? Now answer it. My name is, and your name. Speak it clearly and calmly. This is your first response, and it must feel natural. Now I want you to improve it slightly. Say, my name is your name, and I am learning English. Now you try this extended answer. You have taken a simple response and made it stronger. Now think about this carefully. When you add one more idea, your answer becomes more complete. You are not just giving information, you are expressing yourself. Let us move to another question. Where are you from? Answer it simply first. I am from your place. Now expand your answer. I am from your place, and I like my city. Now you try. Speak both versions. Feel the difference between a short answer and a slightly longer one. The second one feels more alive because it gives more meaning. Now we will build a natural flow. I will ask you two questions, and you will answer both without stopping. Where are you from? Now you answer both questions in one flow. My name is your name. I am from your place. Speak slowly, but do not break your flow. This is how conversations feel in real life. Now let us take it one step further. Add your feeling to your answer. I am from your place, and I feel happy there. Now you try your version. Speak it clearly. When you add feelings, your English becomes more personal and more natural. Let us continue building your confidence. I will ask another question. What do you do? Answer it simply first. I am a student. I work. Now expand your answer. I am a student and I study every day. I work and I learn new things. Now you try. Add one more idea to your answer. This is how you create a stronger response. Now pause and think about your progress. You are not just answering questions anymore. You are building answers that have meaning, flow, and personality. This is the difference between a beginner and a growing speaker. Let us practice something very useful. When someone asks you a question, you can repeat part of the question in your answer. This makes your response sound natural. For example, if someone asks, "What do you like?" you can answer, "I like music." Or you can say, "I like music because it makes me feel relaxed." Now you try. Ask yourself, "What do you like?" and answer it with a reason. I like in your choice because, and your reason. This is a powerful way to extend your answer. Now we will build a slightly longer response. I will ask you a question, and you will answer in 2 or 3 sentences. Why do you learn English? Answer it slowly. I learn English because I want to speak. I want to improve my life. Now you try your version. Speak at least 2 sentences. Do not stop after one idea. Continue your thought. This is where your speaking begins to feel more natural. You are not stopping quickly. You are expressing more, even with simple words. This is how real communication works. Let us continue with another question. What do you do every day? Answer it with more detail. I wake up. I go to work. I come home. Now expand it. I wake up early and I go to work. I come home and I relax. Now you try your version. Speak your daily routine in 2 or 3 sentences. Keep your voice steady. This is your real life in English. Now I want you to notice something important. When you connect sentences using simple words like and or because your speaking becomes smoother, you are not speaking in broken parts. You are creating a flow. This is how fluency begins. Let us build one more strong response. I will ask you a question that needs a slightly longer answer. What are you doing right now? Answer it clearly. I am learning English and I am practicing speaking. Now you try your version. Add one more idea to your answer. This is how you stay active in a conversation. Now I want you to challenge yourself. I will give you 3 questions and you will answer all of them in one flow. What is your name? Where do you live? What do you like? Now answer all 3. Speak slowly, but do not stop. Connect your answers naturally. This is how you practice real conversation. Take a moment and feel your progress. Your answers are becoming longer, clearer, and more confident. You are not afraid to speak. You are learning to continue, even if your sentences are simple. Now, let us make your speaking more natural. When you answer a question, try to add a small extra detail. For example, I like tea and I drink it every day. I live in a city and it is very busy. Now you try your own examples. Add one more idea to your answer. This small step makes a big difference. Let me ask you something important. Do you feel more comfortable answering now than before? This is because you are practicing actively. Your brain is learning to respond, not just to understand. This is the key to real speaking. Now it is time for a final practice. Speak about yourself by answering multiple questions in one flow. Say your name, where you live, what you do, what you like, and why you learn English. Do not stop. Speak continuously for a few seconds. This is your moment to express yourself. Take a deep breath and begin. Speak slowly, but keep going. Let your sentences connect naturally. You are not perfect, but you are real, and that is what matters. As you finish, notice how your confidence feels stronger. You are no longer giving short answers. You are building responses that have meaning and flow. This is a big step forward. Before you continue, say this sentence with confidence. I can answer questions clearly in English. Now, say it again, stronger. I can answer questions clearly in English. This is your new ability, and it will grow every time you practice. Keep this habit with you. When you hear a question, answer it fully. Do not stop early. Add one more idea. Add one more sentence, because every time you extend your answer, you are building your fluency, and every time you speak, you are becoming a stronger speaker. Chapter 6. Stop translating. Start thinking in English. A very important shift happens when a learner stops translating and begins to think directly in English. This shift does not come from more grammar. It comes from a different way of using the mind. Many learners listen to English, then quietly translate it into their own language, and only after that they try to speak. This process feels safe, yet it makes speaking slow and stressful. Your goal now is to remove this extra step so your thoughts can move straight into English without delay. Consider what happens in your mind when you want to say something simple. You may first think in your native language, then search for words, and then build a sentence. This creates pressure, and the pressure blocks your voice. Instead of doing that, you will begin with meaning, not translation. You will connect ideas directly with English words, and your mind will learn to move faster and more naturally. Let us begin with a very simple exercise. Look around you and choose one object. Do not think of its name in your native language. Look at it and say the English word directly. Say phone or say table. Now you try with something near you. Look at it and speak the English word immediately. This may feel strange at first, but this is how you train your brain to connect images with English. Now let us move one step further. Instead of saying a single word, say a short sentence. Look at the same object and say, this is a phone or this is a table. Now you try your own sentence. Keep your focus on the object, not on translation. When you do this, your mind starts building direct connections. Now pause for a moment and notice the difference. When you look and speak directly, your mind feels lighter. There is less delay, and your voice comes out faster. This is the beginning of thinking in English. Let us continue with actions. Think about what you are doing right now. Do not translate. Just observe your action and say it in English. I am sitting. I am listening. I am learning. Now you try. Say your action clearly. I am and your action. This is how you describe the present moment without translation. Now we will add feelings. Think about how you feel right now, but do not translate it. Just feel it and express it in English. I feel calm. I feel focused. I feel curious. Now you try your own sentence. I feel, and you're feeling. This step is powerful because it connects your emotions directly with English. Let us combine your action and your feeling. Say, I am sitting and I feel relaxed, or I am learning and I feel excited. Now you try your own version. Speak both parts together. This creates a natural flow, and your mind begins to think in complete ideas. At this stage, it is important to understand one thing clearly. Thinking in English does not mean using difficult words. It means using simple words quickly and naturally. Speed is not about speaking fast. Speed is about reducing the time between your thought and your speech. Now let us practice a different type of exercise. I will say a simple idea, and you will repeat it without translating. The idea is about your daily routine. Say, I wake up early. Now say it again, but imagine your real morning. I wake up early. Now you try your own version. Speak your routine in English directly. Do not think in another language first. Now we will add a small challenge. Think about your day and describe two actions in order. I wake up and I go to work, or I study and I relax. Now you try your version. Speak both actions without stopping. This trains your mind to connect ideas naturally. Let us go deeper. Think about something you want in your life. Do not translate it. Just feel it and say it in English. I want to improve my English. I want to grow. Now you try your own sentence. I want to and your goal. This step connects your future with your English thinking. Now I want you to notice something important. When you speak like this, your mind does not feel heavy. You are not searching for perfect words. You are using what? This is the correct way to build fluency. Let us continue with a practical exercise. Look around your room and describe three things in English. Say, I see a chair. I see a window. I see a book. Now you try your version. Speak three sentences. Do not stop after one. This is how you train your mind to stay in English. Now we will make it more natural. Connect your sentences. I see a chair and I see a table. I see a book and it is on the table. Now you try your version. Use simple connections like and. This helps your thoughts flow smoothly. Let us build a short description of your current situation. Say, I am in my room. I am sitting and I am learning English. Now you try your version. Speak 2 or 3 sentences about your present moment. This is real thinking in English. Now, think about this question. Why do you want to think in English? Answer it directly. I want to think in English because I want to speak faster. I want to think in English because it helps me feel confident. Now you try your own answer. Speak clearly. This connects your purpose with your practice. Let us move to a slightly deeper level. Think about a simple idea and expand it. For example, I like music because it makes me feel happy. Now you try your own version. I like in your choice because and your reason. This is a complex sentence, and you are creating it without translation. Now I want you to do a small challenge. Speak about your day for a few seconds, but do not translate in your mind. Start with your morning and continue to your evening. Use simple sentences, but keep going. This is your practice. This is how you build real thinking. Take a deep breath and begin. Speak slowly, but keep your flow. If you pause, do not panic. Continue with the next idea. This is how your mind learns to stay in English. As you finish, notice how your thinking feels. It may not be perfect, but it is more direct. You are not depending on translation. You are creating meaning in English. This is a powerful step forward. Now remember something very important. Thinking in English is a habit, not a talent. You build it with daily practice. Every time you describe your surroundings, your actions, or your feelings in English, you are strengthening this habit. Before you continue, say this sentence with confidence. I can think in English. Now say it again, stronger. I can think in English. This is your new ability. and it will grow every time you use it. Keep this practice in your daily life. When something, name it in English. When you do something, describe it in English. When you feel something, express it in English. Because every time you think in English, you are moving closer to fluency. And every time you speak without translating, you are becoming faster, clearer, and more confident. Chapter 7. Speak without fear. Mistakes are power. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people stay silent, even when they know enough English to speak. This fear does not come from lack of knowledge. It comes from the feeling that every sentence must be perfect, that every word must be correct, and that every mistake will be judged. If you remove this fear, your speaking becomes natural, and your progress becomes faster. At this stage, it is important to understand something very clearly. Mistakes are not a problem in your journey. Mistakes are a sign that you are learning. When you speak and make a mistake, your brain is working, your mouth is active, and your confidence is growing. When you stay silent to avoid mistakes, your progress stops completely. This is why people who speak with mistakes improve faster than people who wait for perfection. Now take a moment and think about your own experience. Have you ever wanted to speak, but you stopped yourself because you were not sure? This moment happens to many learners again and again. Today, you are going to break this pattern. You are going to speak even when you feel unsure, and you will see that your fear becomes smaller every time you do it. Let us begin with a simple activity. Say this sentence clearly. I can speak even if I make mistakes. Say it again, but this time with more belief. I can speak even if I make mistakes. This sentence is not just practice. It is a new way of thinking. And this way of thinking will change your progress. Now I want you to speak freely about yourself for a few seconds. Do not plan too much. Do not think about perfect grammar. Just start speaking. Say your name, where you live, what you do, and what you like. If you make a mistake, continue. Do not stop. This is important. Your goal is to keep your voice active. Take a deep breath and begin. Speak slowly, but keep going. If your mind becomes blank, repeat a simple idea and continue. This is how you train your brain to stay active. When you finish, notice how you feel. You spoke without stopping, and that is a powerful step. Now let us understand something important about mistakes. There are two types of mistakes. One type stops you, and the other type helps you grow. When you stop speaking because of a mistake, that mistake becomes a block. When you continue speaking after a mistake, that mistake becomes a lesson. You are going to use mistakes as lessons. Let us try a small exercise. Say a simple sentence. I go to market yesterday. Now listen to it. You may notice that something is not perfect, but that is not the focus. Now you say both sentences. Feel the difference. You spoke first, then you improved. This is the correct order. Now try your own example. Say something about your past. It does not need to be perfect. Speak it. Then repeat it and improve it slightly. This is how you learn naturally. You do not wait to be correct. You become correct by speaking again. Let us move forward. I want you to describe your daily routine again, but this time without stopping at all. Even if you feel unsure, continue. Say your actions one by one. I wake up. I eat breakfast. I go to work. I come home. I relax. Now you try your version. Speak continuously. Do not pause too long. This is how you build flow. Now think about this question. What is more important, speaking perfectly or speaking confidently? The answer is speaking confidently. When you speak confidently, Your message becomes clear even if your grammar is simple. When you wait for perfection, your message never comes out. Let us build your confidence step by step. Say this sentence. I am not afraid to speak. Say it again, stronger. I am not afraid to speak.